Welcome back to The Long Dark, Tales from the Far Territory, Signal Void. So, in the last episode, we began the tale. Let's see if I can find this. There it is. And we have some objectives to actually do. So, we're going to... Well, soon we'll find food, Mackenzie. But we're going to leave the Far Territory and head out to the more familiar regions. We need Pleasant Valley, Forlorn Muskeg, Mountain Town. And the note that we collected also implied that there were other things that we need to be concerned about. Update your survey maps with transmitter sites in Forlorn Muskeg, Mystery Lake, and Milton. Mystery Lake isn't an objective, but they also say there's some unusual transmissions in Bleak Inlet, Pleasant Valley, and somewhere in Hushed River Valley, which that one's the most interesting to me. Signal interference. So I wonder what's out there. And we're going to find out. I guess we need to sleep more. I can probably maintain well fed by eating all this. I'm curious if there's like a definitive ending to the tale. Because if every transmitter just gives you like a cache or like one location to go to, then we're going to run out pretty quickly. So I'm curious. I suppose the fact that there's an 8% of something, so we will reach the end of the tale, I believe, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. Now, how much cloth do we have? We have 3. We got acorns last time. Let's sleep a little bit. Now, I don't know if you know this, but do you see when I like go down and I click, I stop, and then I continue? So one of the things in the Long Dark that's kind of annoying is if you like sprint and then you interact with this, right now I'm still sprinting that entire time as far as I'm aware, and the game will like burn more calories and drain your meters faster that way. So if you really want to optimize playing, you will always make sure you come to a stop and then interact with a menu. I'm pretty sure based on what I've heard that that's a thing. So just keep it in the back of your mind. But also, don't take it as, like, gospel, because I might be incorrect. But I'm pretty sure that that's how that works. It's still pretty dark out. Seems windy. Seems like it's actual wind. I will want to cook this, ideally. But hopefully we can move out pretty soon, because it is a long journey back. Although, like I mentioned before, it's not as long of a journey as it was to get here. We do have a lot of weight on us. What can I drop? I am taking the heavy hammer. We're not that heavy because of well-fed. I guess I don't need both mag lenses. That seems kind of dumb. I have over half a kilogram of matches? That seems unnecessary. Honestly, like, these fire strikers, the mag lens, I think that's fine. And we can find matches basically everywhere anyway, so, in fact, 24 matches plus fire strikers, I think we're fine. And we just dropped like a kilogram. Energy drinks are actually pretty useful, so I think I'll hold on to them. Any clothes that I can drop? No. Heavy hammer. I think the flashlight is kind of worthless, because we can get plenty of fuel for light sources, and the only other use is defense, but on this difficulty we don't actually have to worry about defense against wolves. So it's just a kilogram we don't need. Okay, that's a bit better. We're almost the normal weight. Only -4. I do kind of want to explore this region a little more, but I'm pretty sure there's very little to find in it until the new regions come. Although maybe there's something out this way. So I'm pretty sure you can look down and it's like very far down. So I guess while I'm here, since it's going to take a long time to come back, may as well just see what's up here. And since we don't have much food, I guess I will collect these mushrooms. This looks interesting. I don't think there's anything there, though. Now that's beautiful. I think I have come up here before, and I think it's just an invisible wall. Conductors drop off. Why is it the conductors drop off? So that's interesting. It's hard to see because it's not very bright. Is that mappable? It is mappable, which implies in the future we might be able to go down there. It is actually part of the game world, I think. Don't know if there's any way, if there's any ropes down. I feel like if we could get down there, I don't know if this invisible wall would be here. Maybe in the future this will be the path down. It's beautiful. But I think we should get moving. Maybe in the future some more regions will be out. Well, we know there will be 2 more, but yeah. It's cool. It's a nice little region. And it feels pretty safe. Yeah, that area feels pretty important, if that's the only way to get over there. That will probably end up getting something in the future. And I think a lot of people, some people will complain about the release type of this DLC, but I kind of like the fact that we're just going to consistently get new updates. It's very familiar, you know, like just, I like games when you're constantly getting new features every few weeks. And it feels interesting and it keeps the game alive. But I can also understand why some people don't like the idea of the DLC. I also noticed last time that in the main menu, there's a view of that like building there, and there's an oak tree in the background. I'll have to look back to see if that's always been there. I think it has because I think it's in my outro. Did they update it? Because that looks much less dark than last time. Or maybe it's just the location, or maybe it was a bug before or something. I don't think I updated the game at all, so... Interesting. I do prefer how that looks, though. That's kind of, it's kind of okay. Yeah, like, that's very subtle. That just looks like acorns in the snow. So maybe I had some sort of bug last time. So is this like, we're digging up the snow and some of the dirt, and that's why it looks dark? Or did some of the acorns like decay into the snow? I don't know, looks nice. We probably have enough sticks. In fact, we probably have too many sticks. This is an interloper. I don't need this many sticks, because we're not even cold. Yeah, no more sticks. We're -4 early in the morning. We probably won't even need a fire. We'll just warm up with the day with our oak tree. So these things are kind of everywhere here. Whoops. Ooh, oak tree stump. I like that. There's actually a ton of oak trees here. Well, I don't think I'm going to collect all of them. I haven't even cooked any of the acorns yet, so I think we have enough for now. And I think they said these trees should be in other regions as well. It would be a shame if you had to come here to get them. But I don't think I've seen them yet because the only regions I've been to that aren't far territory is Ravine. And it's such a small map anyway that it's hard to notice. But we'll find out. There is also the other transfer region in between, which we'll probably have. Where does this go? I guess it just is a way around. Yeah, I guess. Power lines like that. Those should be, in principle, I guess that should just be all the way from the dam, right? Power lines through Broken Railroad through Forlorn Muskeg. Although I'm not sure. Maybe they have another power source out here somewhere. Or used to. We're warming up now, even though it's snowing. Guess I can drink some water. We'll drop our weight as well. I love the new design of the regions. A little bit of snow in the cave, that's okay. It's pretty dark, but honestly, we have a lot of fuel. It'd probably be beneficial, if anything, to burn some of it. Like we have almost 2 liters, I think. Why do I even have marine flares? That seems kind of a waste. It doesn't help much, but I really wish I could walk up that now. I'm sure there's nothing up there, but looks like a bridge. Should this sound like snow? At least, Objectives. Release Forlorn Muskeg. I suppose this is a good opportunity for me to go from Forlorn Muskeg straight to Milton. I haven't actually gone through that like method of getting there. I could always go through Mystery Lake and go around, but I think this is a good experience for me to learn that route. That way in the future I can actually use it. I have a general idea of what it is. There's like a lower section of Milton that's near the farmhouse. And you can like take a rope up there. And then that connects to Forlorn Muskeg, I think, by a cave. And in this game, we spawned in Broken Railroad, so actually, we haven't even looted the vast majority of the world. We already have such good loot. Rabbits. Cute. One of the few moving water rivers, the non-frozen rivers in the game. I feel like I'm going to mention that every time I walk past here. But in terms of actual... I mean, there are waterfalls in the game, but most of them come from some sort of river you can walk on. I think this only really compares to Blackrock. I can't think of anywhere else. Although, to be fair, I don't know Hushed River Valley or Ash Canyon that well. So if there's something like that there, I wouldn't know. But there's very few non-frozen rivers. I can at least say that. Is there anything up there? That seems... There's a cave. Have I... I must have gone into this cave. That's such a weird shape. Because it's an interior cave. Wait, is this... Oh, is this the cave that you actually... It says shortcut. Yeah, so you would come out of here. And then you'd go the right... Okay. It didn't look familiar because I never walked into it like that. But this is the way out that's faster. It's more direct. You don't have to even go down where the wolves are. It's almost like a stair step down here. Of course, you can't get back up. So now if we wanted to go back, we'd have to go all the way down and around. Pretty sure I would have looted everything in here. But They did add some new stuff in the update, so you never know. They could have decided there should be a backpack here. Can I fall off the edge? I actually think I can. Sometimes I think there's invisible walls, and sometimes there aren't. Pry bar, do I want to swap this now? Yes. Nice. It's always nice to leave gifts for yourself. Wow, that got really dark. Then we reach the blockage. I don't think they would have changed much about this area. It's nice and warm in here, at least. I don't think we have a transmitter to fix in Broken Railroad, so unless there are some there. Where's the notes? Does it say it does not mention Broken Railroad? So I think we could just walk right through it. We can just skip the region. There might be weapons or... There will be a lot of loot to be had in that region, but we don't really need any. And there'll be plenty for us in the other regions. So, like this is what I mean. The corpse is still here, but they added a backpack. Or I missed it the first time, but I'm pretty sure it's new. Which is cool. More loot is nice. Because I don't think my loot table would have changed just by updating. So I'm pretty sure that would have been a modification to the world. As a kid, I really liked trains. And I think, honestly, that's probably part of the appeal of this game for me. Is just the fact that you can just follow train tracks for, like, miles in-game. And just get to regions and navigate with them. And then you find train cars like this and there's loot in them. I think that's really cool. I'm willing to allow that. Yeah, so that wasn't long at all. Is this river frozen? Yes, and it is very far down. I'm sure I looted all of this. But yeah, this is interesting, right? This is very far down. Does that make sense with what we know about Forlorn Muskeg and Ravine? Like, I'm always trying to figure out if, like, the distances and the height of the world are actually consistent across all the regions. I know that the position of the sun is wrong in a lot of the regions. But it would be very cool. It would make me like very happy and satisfied if like the height of all the regions actually made sense and if they actually were laid out in a good way. Yeah, I remember. That's weird. So I searched the glove box, but there were more drinks here. But that doesn't seem like something the developers would have done. Maybe the loot tables did somehow change. Weird. I'm sure there's tons of loot to be had in the like hunting cabin as well as the main sort of forge area. But I plan to just walk right past it, I think. Because there's nothing that we need except maybe more wires. But we should find plenty of those elsewhere. Based on how prevalent they were in the far territory? There'll probably be a lot in there, but we can always come back, I guess. I wonder if I don't remember. If I, like, aim a weapon at them, I don't think that will make them hostile with passive wildlife on. I'm pretty sure if I shoot them, they'll become hostile. Aw, yeah, like, the design of this locomotive makes me so, like, happy. I'm like, it's a train. There's this little area down here. I don't think there's anything I want. It's like I could try and hunt one of the wolves for food. Right now it looks like it might become a blizzard. I don't know Broken Railroad well enough. I'm pretty sure there's like a cave or something after the area where we can't come back from. It kind of looks like there could be a cave over there. I mean, we'll probably be fine either way. I think I'll just keep moving. There's always interiors as well. Or, well, I mean, interiors of, like, train cars and things. Here's the way that we would have had to come around. And here's the shortcut back over. That looks like a nice little corner. Yeah, so those two things we've came across are the reasons I said it's much faster coming this way. We don't have to go around. Our clothes are going to take a little bit of damage, but that's okay. There'll be more clothes to find. Chances are, while we're doing the tails thing, we're going to find a prepper cache anyway. So I don't really need to worry too much. But a deer? Still too cold to like really hunt though. We technically can get frostbite without, um, yeah, if one of these freezes, we still could have to deal with frostbite, but if that happens, we could probably make a fire in a corner. We have a lot of teas we still have to make, so we do have some calories. And Forlorn Muskeg will have a million cattails, so... We seem... I think because we're walking in the wind, that's why it seems slow. So, we don't know where we have to go yet. That's a large detection range. Now, I believe the homestead should be that side. Even Forlorn Muskeg I don't know extremely well. I know pretty well. But in terms of locations of caves and things, I definitely don't have them memorized. But that's okay on this difficulty. Oh, look at all the sticks. It hurts my soul to just walk past them. But I don't need them. Hunting blind. Carcass over there. If it weren't windy, I'd go for the carcass. Like that I love that I immediately went back on needing the sticks. Oh, and because the difficulty's so low, we're gonna have even more cattails everywhere. Huh. Bones here. That's weird. The only place that I've seen bones are in, like, bear caves. So there's clearly some story being told here about a hunter and a bear. But is this a named location? Field dressing. Do I even want this? Probably, but these books, no. I don't even need the deer anymore, I think. With all the cattails we're gonna find. And all this food just lying around. And we have acorns still, and tons of teas to make. I guess we can keep moving. It's kind of strange that some of these bushes you can break down, some you can't. I should probably just stay on the main tracks so we can head through, but we don't want... Our goal isn't to go through the region, is it? We need to fix the transponder, and I believe... I don't remember exactly how the gameplay works. I don't know if we, don't know if the handheld shortwave will guide us to it, or if we have to find it first and then repair it. But I'm just gonna, like, sweep around the region, I suppose. I would harvest the deer if there weren't all this wind, but... Though there is a tree. Maybe I could put the fire on the other side of the tree. And it's probably too far. Or actually, I mean... We're not cold. I could just grab the meat and walk with it. I don't even need to cook it yet. This isn't interloper. I can kind of just... Yeah. Not even a big deal. If this is thin ice, then the developers are really mean. And in fact, we do also have to go to Milton, and I think we're kind of heading in the right way. We're on, like, the left side or the right side for our Mystery Lake, which should be the north side. So actually, maybe this is okay, because even if we just go there first... I don't think it really even matters which one we do first. And if anything, that one is listed first. We're not even... We're 7 degrees in this snow. How are our clothes? A little wet. That's okay. I wonder if this transponder... Any of you who have played episode 2 before the Redux will know that there was an optional mission for Jeremiah. You could, you had to, like, come to a radio tower in this region and, like, send a message during an aurora or something. I wonder if that's at all sort of been reworked into this. Now, this creek is familiar to me. This is a pretty common start location in this region, I think. So actually, maybe I do know the cave. Maybe I've just never really gone through it. Yeah, like that's one of... There's a lot of radio towers in Forlorn Muskeg. So I don't know which of them is going to be important for the tale. I wouldn't know where to go in Pleasant Valley either, but my first instinct would be Signal Hill. Ugh. Oh, I always get fooled by this. I don't think I can get up this way. I do have to go around. The pain for that. And I need to use the bandage. The fall. And we're very heavy, so it's likely to happen again. We also don't have any crampons, which is fantastic. I guess this is just the speed that we move at now. I'll follow the wall so we're out of the wind for a little bit. I'm definitely familiar with this place. Okay, that's the cave we want. At least temporarily, that's what we want. I don't remember if that's the transition cave or not, but that will at least be a good cave for us. I do want to check out this as well, so I'm going to drop the meat and like a liter of water. Drop. I'll drop this. Just so we're a bit faster. I think it was, I don't remember exactly, but it was sort of reincorporated back into episode 2, I think, after the Redux. It's been, I've only replayed the Redux one time, so I don't remember, but I remember going around this region with a bear on us. So let's see, is this important at all? Doesn't look like it. It's just a normal shortwave tower. Is there anything on our map? No. Okay, there's a backpack. Also, there's a laptop. And there are parts here. They did place parts here. At least they added a spawn location for them. So where's the backpack? Shortwave tower backpack. Over there. Okay. I don't want the feather, I don't think. Is that better than the one we have? No. That seemed like I instantly searched the corpse. Okay, we still have to find the transponder in here. We have a bit more parts now, which helps. The snow really needs to... the snow needs to stop. We should be about midway through the region, I think. I think this is the cave I want, but if not, we'll just spend the night in it. And either way, it's helpful. I think I'll get these cattails in the morning. I can't be bothered. We're way too slow and tired. Looks like the weather's changing. Wow, we're so slow. So this is like the highest point of Forlorn Muskeg, or it's like one of the higher points. Thinking back to the elevation thing about the regions. Now, is this going to say cave? Is it going to say leave Forlorn Muskeg? It would probably just say cave either way. It does say traveling, but that's probably pretty normal. Leave cave. Alright. I guess I'll sleep a little bit since we're so tired. I don't even think I can make a fire in here. Oh, I can. Which is why... I forget... What is it? It's... There's something about when you have a cabin fever risk. There's like different ways to tell if you're indoors. You can... Give me a moment to think. My brain's not working. You can either like start a fire to know if you're indoors. You can cure guts and things. And I think it's the guts that's not valid to determine if you're indoors. I think a fire is the best way to determine. Like if you can start a fire, then you're not going to get cabin fever risk wherever you are. I don't remember that exactly, and when I make my Afflictions Guide newest parts, I'll be sure to address that, but off the top of my head, I don't remember. It's just strange that we can start a fire in the cave. 13 minutes, that's time to cook. I like to always drop the lowest percentage can, that way slowly you accumulate the highest percentage cans. 12 minutes. Okay, 40 minutes until ready. And we have to make some teas. It really is like such a simple sort of system. I kind of remember before we could cook things on fires. I don't remember exactly what it was like, but I remember it was a big change that you could place things on campfires. It is such a simple system, and maybe they could add more depth to it. But honestly, the fact that it is so simple almost makes it better, because it doesn't, like, you never get tired of doing it because it's just so simple. It's not like you have to keep track of stuff in your head. Although I do also play 7 Days to Die, and that's has a bit more complicated of a cooking system, and that's still interesting too. I probably need more water. But we should be pretty safe. Now, this has some time. Preparing acorns. 10 minutes. I'd want to do a lot at once. I guess I don't need to, because this is just the large portion. Let's just do one, see what's like. And then eat them as a snack or hammer them into acorn grounds. But they need to be cooked to eat them. Interesting. New sound effect that only applies to the acorns. So it's very similar to the other ones. Don't have enough water. Well, it's a good thing that we're cooking more. So let's see, these weigh like nothing and they give 88 calories. Oh, wait. Let's see. So they weigh... Okay, so cattails are still like better if I'm doing the math correctly, because this is slightly less slightly more than half of the weight for slightly more than half the calories. So I guess they're kind of equivalent, except for the fact that cattails don't have to be prepared. But then again, having the acorns in your inventory, you can make coffee with them, or you can just eat them. And you don't need the heavy hammer just to eat them, but it does look like in order to grind them, you need the heavy hammer. Okay, that will cook. I picked up more water. And you do need 4 at a time to grind them, which is okay. So you will put some time into acorns, but which I suppose if you're putting time in, then that's calories that you're spending to get more calories. So cattails are still almost certainly the best. But these are good, and it's good that there's the option. And with these teas, we'll have extra calories. I should look at the weight difference. So, these weigh 0.05. If I drop 12 of these, they weigh exactly the same. So in terms of weight, it's good to keep them prepared, because you don't lose anything. And then when you cook them, they're even lighter. So... interesting, they don't stack, but it doesn't really matter. Cool though, I like it. I think I'll sleep for the night and then we can go through the cave. Alright, a little bit of water, which we don't actually have a lot of, so I'm going to drink a tea. Use that for the water instead. Our clothes are decent enough. Yeah, it looks like they take up different slots, which is probably part of why you'd make a large portion. But, you know, it doesn't really matter, it's just the way it looks. And we can sleep a little bit more. Okay, it's pretty dark, but I think we'll be able to make it through the cave in the next episode, so I will see you guys then, and we will travel to Milton, if this is that cave, which I think it is. So we'll find out. See you next time.